you got a little big butt or something?
Well, I believe I have a nice ass. And I got a nice back here. Not a little, but it's nice.
And on your stomach.
My stomach?
Oh, fuck you, nigga!
What the hell was that?
What's up, YouTubers? AwkwardMerc, I'm back again. And as you heard just there, that's a little bit of racial slurs going on, and that's why I usually play in a party, because I don't like to hear that. And if I do, I usually have a wicked fast comeback, and I usually can put somebody in their place. And I'm not bragging and like being using hyperbole when I say this. I genuinely am able to quiet somebody down quickly. Now, that doesn't work 100% of the time, but most of the time it does work. And I know if I'm sounding like a pretentious asshole, I'm sorry, but I mean, no more pretentious and no more of an asshole than the people screaming into the microphone on the other side. So I mean, what are you gonna do? But this video, that first part actually led me into a commentary I've been wanting to do for a while about how confrontational people are online in multiplayer like video games and like forums, chat rooms, all that bullshit. Which I don't visit chat rooms and forums really, but from what I hear, like everybody's a pretty big douche, and YouTube comments, I've heard people are pretty much assholes. Not you guys. You guys are awesome. My subscribers are awesome. Thanks, guys. What? You know what? Go ahead, pat yourself on the back right now. No, I'll give you time. Go ahead. Did you do it? Okay. Now that you've done that, and if you haven't, you should feel like a horrible person, and you should probably start doing it right now. Right now. Right now. Now? No, now. Okay, never mind. Anyways, like when you, it's crazy how many people are just extremely fucking confrontational towards you or towards each other in like an online multiplayer thing. I don't know if it's this is gonna be a huge pretentious. I've used that word a lot. A huge, I'm gonna sound like I'm up my own ass and higher and holier than thou. But just hear me out here and just listen. So, like, how many people have you talked to online who've been assholes? Not everybody, not at once. Easy. Don't yell at the screen. I can't hear you all. Jeez. How many people those that you meet that are like in person are that fucking confrontational? How many people have you met in the real world that if you say something, anything at all, you could talk to a friend and you guys can be aligned at a movie or at a restaurant or just at a bar or whatever, and they you say something and they overhear you? How often are they like, shut the fuck up, faggot? How fucking often does that happen in the real world? No, but it's video games. It gives assholes a free license, and it's made me wonder a lot about what the world's coming to. Basically, Pat and me have this conversation almost every week, once a week. Like, what the fuck is wrong with the world, and what's going on? How can we stop this douchebaggery? But here's my long rant. I mean, people are usually big trash talkers online, hide behind a veil of anonymity called the internet. And they do that because they know they can feel safe, there's nothing you can do to them, there's no physical harm that can come of them. So they, therefore, you feel awesome. The stuff I say, I genuinely mean it. When I say your parents didn't love you or I don't like you, it's genuine. Your parents probably don't love you. It's probably dead serious. If I hit a nerve and say, oh yeah, your stepdad molested you, and you're like, yeah, and you just get fucking, or you say, shut the fuck up, faggot, that's a clear indicator that you were molested as a child. And there's certain things people do, and there's certain tells they give off that they don't know they actually do. Whereas, talking, girls do this sometimes too, and I'm not being a misogynist when I say this. But usually girls who have have a higher pitched voice, and it sounds like they're almost like a child. More often than not, I'm not saying this is always the case, ladies. More often than not, she was molested as a child, and what happens is when she was molested, she was frozen in that age. Now this is all fact. This shit I'm saying is backed up by science. I'm not just fucking saying this to be an asshole. It's all been backed up. I've read plenty of psychology books, and studies and everything like that. You know, I like to treat myself. Basically, I like to read and find out, you know, why I'm feeling this way, why people do. I like to study people. I like it. I like talking to people. I like getting to know people. I like trying to figure people out. It says some people don't like that, you know, but I don't like you to try to like figure them out or figure out what their deal is. But I don't do it in a mean way all the time. I use it to my advantage when I play online, but I don't. It's not a mean way in just normal life. Sorry, but most people you see in public are not hostile towards like fellow human beings at all. They're not yelling like racial slurs into your ear and questioning your sexuality all the time. So I'm wondering what brings them to this point where they want to have this outburst. Is it ADD, or ADHD? You know, is it this need to feel noticed for even just the smallest of moments, some kind of attention? Even negative attention is better than no attention for these people, and that's what I seriously wonder. And you know, I at a certain point, I just don't like the person. And it's like, okay, well, you're obviously an asshole, and you want to be an asshole. Some people are just assholes. Not all of them have been molested. Not all of them are attention seekers, but most people are. I guarantee there's a good chunk of people who just want attention, and I find that's completely alien to me. Sorry, I hit the desk. That's completely alien to me. I don't know how anybody could want attention. I don't like attention at all. It bugs the hell out of me. I don't like a lot of attention on me. I don't like people. I don't like getting stared at or anything. You know, I don't get stared at, but you know, like I said, I don't like a lot of attention. It creeps me out when I know people are like watching me or looking at me, and that's not always the case with females. Ladies, look all you want, but with just people in general, it just feels weird. It's like maybe it's a sense of I feel like they're judging me. Or not, but that could be my own psychological problem. Like, I always think people are judging me, or like maybe I think I have something wrong with me, and I constantly need to be on the defensive about that. Maybe that's why I feel that. I mean, there's a multitude of reasons I could feel that, and anybody could feel that way. I mean, a lot of people do feel that way, and a lot of people don't like large public spaces, and don't like big groups of people. I'm sometimes like that, but I love being around friends. And I love being social. I just don't like being social with a lot of people I don't know. That kind of creeps me out. That makes me feel a little weird. But if it's like a bunch of my friends, or even just one of my friends with me, I feel a whole lot better. But if it's one of my friends at a concert, I'll feel fucking fine. I don't care. But if it's just me by myself and I'm in a large group of people, I feel kind of awkward and weird. I think almost everybody feels that though, because you can't relate to it. You don't have anybody to relate with. And if you see something crazy, you can't be, did you just fucking see that? Like, Lewis and myself had this ongoing competition where we like to spot mullets in the real world. And I think we're going to start taking pictures and sending them to each other. And we'll have to get some kind of scale or, like, point system where we can measure them by length. And how, like, awesome and, like, squared off the front is, like the flat top. And how long, like, the mullet, the rat tail is in the back. Rat tail has extra points. Braided's extra points. Different colored rubber bands used to braid are probably going to be extra points. I got to work this out. That's what I'm saying. Somewhat large groups of people kind of creep me out when I'm by myself. Not creep me out, but just make me feel uncomfortable. I think everybody's like that. So if I'm weird, let me know. But I'm just wondering how. Let's go back to the whole people yelling at each other. How often in the real world, or in like a GameStop, or like any kind of store, a Dave or whatever, I almost said Dave and Buster's. Not everybody can go there. It's not that fun either. It's like an adult Chuck E. Cheese where they serve beer. I think everything costs a lot more. How many times whatever your fries, electronic, whatever video game store or whatever store you go to, how often is everybody in that store, like people in that store, like looking at it, like singing shitty rap songs or pop songs like poorly into a microphone? How often does that happen? Never. Thank you. I didn't even wait for your answer. Oh, thank you. I mean, how fucking quiet is it in that store when when you hear when you walk into a GameStop? How quiet is everybody? Everybody's kind of quiet, keeping to themselves, like talking to their friend that they're probably with, or their mom if they're a kid, or if they're a loser. And I'm not saying kids are losers. Kids, you guys are awesome. Sorry. Anybody who still with their mom, that's going to GameStop with their mom, and their mom needs to pay for either half the game or the game. You need to quit gaming, dude. You have a lot more. You don't need to worry about the fact that you can't get Hello Kitty Island Adventure or Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3. You don't need to worry about that. You have a lot of other problems you need to fix. But I mean, it's really quiet in that store. I mean, nobody's saying anything. No one's saying anything to anybody. But you know, once they get back into their little fucking dark cave of a room, and they're like sitting in their, they lock themselves in their room. Mom, leave me alone, or make me a sandwich. And they eat, and they run back into their room, and they sit in their little cave, and it smells like body odor and fucking video games, like fresh video games. That's a bad smell. Oh, they turn into fucking like, I use the F word a lot, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to use it a lot, but I'm sorry if I have. They become like Billy Badass with a microphone, and I mean, what drives people to seek out such negative attention from like their peers? Basically, I use that in quotations. What is it? Is it as simple as I think as a child that craves attention from people, but knows he can't do anything to actually like earn it? That's my video. That's my rant. You guys can comment, rate, and subscribe. Leave a comment, you know, like I said, and make sure to check out Muted Gamers Podcast, MGP. Episode 3's up, and look for episode 4. Thanks, guys.